I first have to say, I'm actually from Tri-Cities, Washington, where half the LIGO Observatory sits miles from my house. So
do you know that that instrument is so sensitive that if you're like a mile away and you just hop, they'll see that vibration in their detector. Yeah, so we saw you that night. Yeah.
Sorry, don't get excited.
We have full data on your circumstances.
Right. So to tie back into the other questions, so we talk about tech stacks here at Box and at LiveTiles. We talk about tech stacks. So you talk about the people, you talk about the government. We are trying to create internationally cooperating groups of people, regardless of boundaries like race, background, income, trying to find the best in
or national borders.
Or national borders, exactly. We are developers without borders, if you will.
Oh, developers without borders, that's good.
I just want to give you a chance to infect the culture of every company that's come here.
I prefer to use the word enlighten, but if you want to say infect, okay.
We worry about
that's not my word. I wouldn't use that word.
Okay. Could you enlighten us with maybe 3, 4, 5-ish things every company here should be doing to optimize the world of tomorrow that you talked about and actually bring it to fruition, maybe by BoxWorks next year?
Okay. What I'll do, I'll end on my answer to that question, okay? So you all can get to the bar that you made reservations at. I can't tell you with any precision what you should do as an employee, either for Box or for the community that Box serves. So I'm not going to do that. But what I will say is that the entire IT revolution is so tempting to smart people because you can express your creativity sitting at home. Preferably not your parents' basement, but sitting at home. And information can be shared around the world. It can be computed. It can be put into effect. And I don't have a problem with that. But what the world also needs, which I think we may have lost sight of, is solutions to systemic problems that I do not think will come awaiting the next app. We have problems with food distribution, with climate, with inequality of income, with housing, with transportation. There are these things that in a day were the top list of priorities that we had as agencies and governments and societies. And I see that less today. Cool. People, their ambitions are more app-driven than large-scale technology-driven. Now, they overlap, of course. The self-driving car is a computer solution to a transportation problem. But in the end, it still requires a physical car. You're smart. You can't sit on your smartphone and go to your next appointment, okay? Somebody's got to make the thing. And of course, a leader in this is, among others, Elon Musk. He's not saying, here's the next app. In fact, the next app is just ancillary to the machine that he made. The app is not the destination of the technology. The technology is the destination, and it's served by the apps. And I love the fact that we live in a time, because I'm old enough to remember differently, we live in a time where a self-driving car is not a humanoid robot that drives you to your destination in your car. The car is the robot. The car is doing the driving, not a robot that walks into the car and drives you, as anyone thought about this decades ago. So I want to see if I had any influence or control or if I had the capacity to infect you. I would say in all of your computing thoughts and concepts, try to see how it can plug in to bigger, larger scale solutions. self-driving cars among them. So too is the electrical grid, the grid challenge. The electricity goes out here, it picks up over there. You've got solar panels there, it feeds back to the grid. You've got wind energy. That's another kind of thing that folds back into all of society. So for me, the future of computing is not waving this around. The future of computing will be hidden in everything that has transformed how we live. And then we can enjoy life without even thinking about it. So maybe the real solution is there will be a day when all of you become completely transparent and no one knows you were working behind the scenes. That'd be a beautiful, no, I'd still love you and care about you, but it's like a movie can have too many special effects in it because then special effects become the object of the creativity, not the storytelling itself. So maybe you should be storytellers of the future of civilization, enabling it with all the power you wield. Thank you, everyone.